Hello everyone. Hello everyone. My name is Herbert Sikwe and I'm here to demonstrate as to how my team's product, that is Akoma ID, works through an interactive live demo. Now, with Akoma ID that acts as an API as a service, packages 8 Nokia camera APIs, which we are going to use for the implementation of our product and what we intend to solve with respect to our product. Now we have 3 instances here, which involves 3 individuals with respect to how our API is going to interact. Now we begin with Kwame Mensah. The actors involved are Kwame Mensah, the fraudster, and the agent. Now, what exactly happened here? The fraudster bribed a telecom shop employee to swap Kwame's SIM 3 hours ago and registered it on their own device. They are now physically at the Tema agent, and we're here. Nokia camera catches both the recent SIM swap as well as the new device. So without further ado, we are going to run a fraud check. And in running this fraud check, this is where we call our API, that's the Akoma API, which houses these APIs or these Nokia camera APIs, which will allow us or provide us some details that will result to changing the state of the transaction. Now, after running, you realize that the account has been frozen. You realize that the risk score is 100. Now, without further ado, we would like to begin the account recovery for Kwame Mensah. Now, initiating the transaction, we just need your phone number. Then we start recovery. And at this particular section of the screen, we would need to verify your ID. So you place in the details that is required on these particular fields. Then right after that, you verify your identity, and this would be matched or paired with the KYC match API. And right after that match, if your ID is verified, then you move on to the next step where you would perform liveness capture, where we already have your ID document and we try and map or compare the photo on your ID with the liveliness check. Now, if the photo on your ID as well as the liveliness check, if they all match, then that is when we verify liveliness. Now, after verifying liveliness, we would send you an OTP, which you have to input for you to verify this particular OTP. And right after verification, you would be granted access to your account in order for you to perform your transactions. Now, that is with Kwame. In his case, because we try to implement or use our API to detect that Kwame has been defrauded. Now we are going to Ama Asante. With Ama Asante, she is paying her electricity bill in Accra and her SIM has been active for 3 years. Her device is known and the merchant is in the same neighborhood. With all Nokia camera signals being clean, Akoma ID approves instantly. So we run a fraud check. After running the fraud check, based on the analysis, you realize that all the Nokia camera APIs over here are stating that indeed Ama, based on all the signals provided, indeed Ama can actually approve this particular transaction that she is making so that she can take that money and use it to pay for her electricity bill. So with Kofi Asante, in his case, he is the account holder, and we have the fraudster who acts as a social engineer, and we have the agent who lives at Cape Coast. The fraudster called Kofi pretending to be MTN support and convinces him to share his PIN. The fraudster then swaps Kofi's device and is now withdrawing through a Momo agent in Cape Coast. Nokia retrieves Kofi's actual device and after retrieving, we realize that it is 178 kilometers away in Kumasi, and this triggers Akoma ID. Now, Akoma ID runs a fraud check, and after running a fraud check, these are the analysis stated by Akoma ID, where SIM hasn't been swapped, but device has been changed, as well as device has been set to roaming, as well as the location proximity too has been found. And with respect to all these points that have been given, we accumulate these points and provide a risk score for this particular individual. So we render it as blocked and we begin account recovery. Now in the beginning account recovery, you have your phone number, then you verify your ID. Right after verifying your ID, you perform a liveliness check. Then we send you an OTP to which you have to input right here to verify this OTP. Then right after that, you would be granted full access to your transactions. Akoma ID is here to ensure that transactions that we make are legit, and we are also here to ensure that users or mobile money users are protected at all costs. Thank you.